Kopima sana kupima chaba me patala no postone. Now just say it different. Also didn't birthday. Said the Ramos here or the autograph testament or say Ramos or pronounce night or no on the foot of prayer or qualities now or some personality. It or pronounce them. Similar authors now. Yaki too. Drug trafficking, son of something. It's a title, a penfold passer, Massa no ponenity, and confound I want to know. It's a sarcoma, Gary Solgan, Garrick and our four Ega Nesra Tim Coy. Or Mammy Fountain as was say, come up, 3 lines, FCR Jeff Italy, and a Jamaho, as a Yamia to my nurses regular, or nominal poor, and yes, some of that to that. Space ultra Sandra, space the forward canoa. Now, Gano for summer, I met Fountain as a before bar, or more to a sudden lock your modem. Say Omo place and say Master Tim Nasa, Amoako Manamase, Bepata Kawaka, I mean Fountain as agent and the team, Dominic Yahut, say no, or Yaya, now me part of Manchester Police. As Amoako to Podibi, you heard putting now agent in our tournament. I want to say Kawaka. I send a message, Amano, as I was saying when I go and for the currency from Mano. Everton, my main fun to that. I said homophobic tanker, so I'm going to tell Everton Timno at the Krataba container as almost so. Georgina Yawan Rodriguez, Bepata Ronaldo fiancé. Also on the London or quarter, when the dice was a 1 day, and calling the boyfriend Unia, Abaco London dice on them, it's in the Picasso, Unia Man or Tomi, it's Cristiano Ronaldo Junior, or Monitom Infama, Matayama, it's in the Picasso, and to my pato, let us help her, Pep Gatola, attested positive, when the COVID-19 confess that African press of a point on the moye. Now let us have a Pep, attested positive, when the COVID-19, yes, so second test, I'm a Jebesi, Amoako Spain. On the pato, Tigiba Christian, Amoako Spain, my main frontier, as a Lorenzo, I am a part of Bonaventura, Amoako Spain, after some planting a day, I am a part of Sergio Piagiero. As a retirement officer, Amoako Generator, yes, I'm a tester positive. The Mexico say, Etia Manchester City, go of the goal, Plimo, the part of first goal. In the group stages, Voto, Adama Sagona, Amudida Pastor, fantastic goal. Have yet a press. La Liga president, also on Unisa Bossa, Ebetimato, Ellen Halland, or say on Tiasa Bossa, Diamutimento. Mosumu negotiations on Tibas, Sika Samina Tene, and to Bossa Fogate, Mina Road and Mapai, and to Amon Fogatana possible, Manchester and Brighton, and 24 postponia due to ongoing outbreak of the upper. It is said about the tennis, and likely, as a Abia, English Primadicana, on Bessa Japo, Jametano, Sergio Kudakiro, BB Sanan Yema. I retire Abokine and Daniel Vichnisikano, about the dinner, let you play Kama, and Jamano, Real Madrid, Abo Akoyano, Namia Tuma, a Copa del Rey, run of 32, Real Madrid, Mobo Akoyano, Amopo Bokono, Sana Copina, Plumatabacha Japosa, Abo Linares, round 32, and your Jabanti on this note, and the best of the post prayer, it take over latest exclusives, no, it was so.
And defending back to back Ashanti Region best foreign news presenter Wala Bajo Sefo Sebonsu the sports president and a really Komasemani Asante Mine what they among focus system what they abraya no medical catcher Musa and special guest and a really what the Friday edition of the Super Sports no your opening your friends Eric Amoako Twum or young guest and a really a Super Sports and so show me live over Facebook. Ashh 101.1 FM. All I keep page, now our commenting, who we are now share, and then you tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in, Ashh FM, Asantema Radio, our United Kingdom, Abawa Radio, and see our United Kingdom, or when you live. It sounds you are live on Nationalist TV, sounds so and a KB and Cancer TV, Tabia TV, and so our and every the Friday's edition of the Super Sports.
Ashh, you are too cool. Okay, Barry, woman, so Asante Manga, or no plan for say, Ashh FM, Unyami, I, you are too cool. Okay, Barry, woman, so Asante Manga, or no plan for say, Ashh FM,
Let me finish this conversation, then we talk about that.
Because I'm bringing information. So much. Premature. Thank you.
It's stronger than appetite. It's as strong than appetite. Nobody can stop it. The dream team is a movement. It's stronger than appetite. It's as strong than appetite. Nobody can stop it.
Okay. The man is seated. The person made a call on your budget. Now I invoke this. Yes, your protocol man is in the building. Asante protocol. Asante protocol. $38 after 1. My guest and area over 20 years experience in marketing, brand management, project management, and investment promotion. When you stands with Melicom as Tigo, Nestle Ghana, One African Media, and a UK-based telecom giant Orange, French Orange, any other brand area management. Or your former commercial Santé commercial manager, opinion Eric Amoako Twum. I am a guest in area was also a hopeful, national hopeful for the no patriotic party in terms of a organizer.
Yeah,
you have a call there. Nice meeting you. Nyanko pardon. Tama the able management of Nana Pansani Moon team on near whom say Eric Amoako Twum, the commercial manager. He says yes. Koroko move from a different level. You're starting from what Tom Berner who decided so don't do football mukakra.
With us, really make sure BBR OTA Ashh. Football in the DH. Then we catch you. We say we were Form 2. It's a Form 2, Form 3. Now we were boarding school. Then we joined Ghana and Algeria, 1992.
Oh, okay.
Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
Now, Edu Stadium, Mona Stadium, Miami.
Wow.
Now, start time, not just say, when you bit my first Ira Stadium, say, you know, we console na piano.
Okay.
It's the football in the DH.
Okay.
I think so. Say over Kotokwa. Yeah, Kolani no. Maybe at that time na we TV ni anybody knew how. They take commentary.
Okay.
They do because na say Kotokwa for bobola. Na makotana me papa nche na they take football commentary. And you know, ade chia Monday na no panel. Na say okoto daily graphic back page and now say graphic sports. Any other sports papers na no say
Africa sports
near the no. Na just say and they say all kind football na and your phone here, your internet here, one name. So that time na newspaper na here you can. The new crap on time na newspaper no. Na me akola be 10, 11, 12 years. Na Kotoko play be in 1 minute.
That is wonderful.
Exactly. You know, people are able to be action.
I never had time.
It's you know, my foray into football was almost automatic. So,
right from the beginning, you know,
yes, I had a lot of interest. And see, once the management came calling, I couldn't say no. But because of also my other engagements,
so who's starting now? I know you're from outside.
True and true.
So when you had the opportunity to serve,
even if for a day,
now you are willing.
Even for a minute, I'll do it.
At the time I would not that full time as commercial manager. No, how I never go to Coabontin, anyhow, obey Mono, Ubo Hunkotoko, difference in it.
You see, who are Abontin? One, of course, I may be a fan.
Yeah.
Until you're a fan, a different fan.
You think like a fan.
Exactly. And when it comes to management, it's a totally different thing. But it's no doubt that it is one of the biggest brands in Africa. Yes. Opa, to Kwanko baby, first baby sound, say, Ufi, Fausu, Ghana, until Amoako Tokwa, every blasters.
Okay.
Opa, to Kwanko, every part of this continent, some even beyond. Until say, me, I'm a brand experience, marketing experience. So it has to be a big brand. It's a big brand. now you're also talking about Nipa almost supporting team. And now I said, even Fapima, this C team.
The foundation.
Foundation of the team, particular course.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
And then I did so every opportunity was an opportunity for us to also contribute something small. But that notwithstanding, on Kotoko cannot exist without, of course, the entire supporters. And it's also a very important part of the whole Ghana and African football conversation. To me, African football was
without mentioning
Kotoko.
Okay.
And the Kotoko itself and its contribution to Ghana football. So if the last time you really entry a record Cup of Nations, one another year Kotoko captain, and one another year Black Stars captain, and all the people within the team Amoako Cup by 1982, NCBR, it's almost exactly 40 years. You know, in the history of Ghana football, it's almost linked with Kotoko. What I say, it's a very, very, very big brand. Some of the issues, are issues that are more general. Say it is important. Say it is important. Say you bet to me. I'm going to be a core football development and its importance. You cannot move away from the politics and its importance to national development in sport. And so the sport and football being the biggest sport in Ghana, it is important. It has a correlation with national development.
So time pass. Kodokodaho, yes, the sponsors about 3 about. But let's talk about Mwankasankasa management. Led by Nanaya and some about it. COVID time. But then 1 minute to be not sponsorship. And then I so special about no team. We were able to convince sponsors, no, let's come on board. More on board, more support during that COVID time.
I mean, Nana is a fantastic football administrator. I would say, in feeling
age.
And I'm a man can.
And I don't know. So we experience
so be food drainer. We are actually on team. But this is a young man who has tremendous experience. Why exposed? Exposure is very important. Say, Marco, me be now all ideas. Into this, say, or pass it or pay you have an opportunity, and it's a good thing that from or take a course or I could see board, no opportunity. It's still a very young administration. You will see the kind of things that he will do.
How was he able to convince you to come?
Oh, I mean, say we have a relationship and we have personal relationship with. I mean,
but the time I know, you see, being quite intimidating.
Oh, it cannot be.
It is. It is.
But it has nothing to do with a CV. It's the fact that it is a challenge. It's something that you believe in, right? After all my exploits, if I get another opportunity, I will do it. You understand? But to see, I know say never be brave.
I know.
But there's no way. So I'm sure, say one of your producers, they even put football administration. I have a team. I have interest in 2 second division.
Team?
Yes.
Wow, team.
Oko Eastern region, first team is Eastern Eagles.
Eastern Eagles.
Second division.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so I have an interest in another team, Amoako. For some reasons, it means to be for Eastern Eagles.
And it's a number 13. Eastern Eagles, number 13. Oh, okay.
You understand? But apart from that, from time immemorial, we have been involved in youth football administration. Prepare our team in change. Maybe next time, I'm not about better. It's
we started talking football. And I'm saying Tuesday.
It's later.
Later on,
it's because I feel that it's an integral part of our national development if you do it right. If you want to even compare to very advanced countries, sports is an integral part of even the curriculum. So in Kuala Lumpur school, from their basic to second cycle to tertiary level, ni nyinaa sports camp. You know, near see I who say book na. It's so I look about ball club if you see I'm sorry, I'm today we driving the car park some ball. So difference, I think that people are becoming aware of the importance of sports. I mean, I know say you can see a football once again. Sports in general, just because of what it teaches you, discipline, attention to detail, teamwork, all of these things, your diet, your time, and all that. And so you cannot have a successful sports person if they are not able to go through all of these things. Now imagine, say, Akola starting school from basic level education. Now you're instilling a sense of discipline, attention to detail, teamwork, coming to on time, and all of those things. Now, when you that's one team, I'm a sports person, the power of Abaye as a citizen. What I say? Footballer, and I say athlete, and I say basketball, all the other disciplines. Then, if we are minded by that particular concept, and even the health aspect, you know, now say COVID about, won't say COVID about that, yeah, about a boca, yeah, to see a preventive, but you know, they're almost non-communicable diseases. You need to say diabetes, hypertension, it couldn't depend on COVID.
Sure. Even malaria.
Yeah, exactly. And so even as we go along, you know, the issue of even our public health in terms of how much money we spend on health, you know, can be channeled into prevention. Okay. So if you inculcate or imbibe a sense of physical education and attention to your health in terms of how you go, you move, you exercise, and all of those things, the amount of money that government would have to spend on health will reduce.
Okay. Ashh 101.1 FM, guest in Eric Amoako Twum, known in the political landscape as Joe Gentle. I don't have any comment area. Oh, yes, super sports. I never for the proper Joe Gentle. And
I didn't even see it.
Now, I'm concerned the vision by who say yes, this man has got what it takes. So it's also the some level. After 1 year or so, Obakase, and I'm or the bar on border, and I'm supporting him. And one or the
no, it's work in progress. And the piano chassis process because you see the team or has been managed in a particular way over a period. Into the mobile change is a very difficult process.
And I don't see
and for you to do that, you need to now go to the ground, the granular level, and start building from there. Doesn't mean that you throw away everything because the club also has a spirit, it's a tradition. And they are saying things that you can never ever do away with. But if you use your contemporary management skills plus what is there as
time pass
as a tradition and a spirit that is backing the team, you'll be successful.
So a combination of the two.
Yes, it is. And of course, there are people who have what we call institutional memory. Those people, you also bring them on board and then you forge ahead. I mean, catch say half of the things that is being done now, sometimes, you have both or even more, a triple, short-term, medium, and long-term effect. You understand on how the team is run, how it's perceived, your relationship with your sponsors, your technical aspect of it, and then players themselves. So once you're able to do that, it will be surprising that even when you have a player and the player cannot make the cut, when they go into another team, they will enter the team and play with ease and play. Okay. When you're able to do that, what it means that you're actually all of a sudden improving the quality of the game, right? And so it's important that teams like Kotoko and even other traditional teams are supported, in a way that it allows the development to happen and young people to even have an interest in playing the game. Then you move on from there to other national teams. So once you're able to have that foundation, then you have your your junior, juvenile teams. Then you move on to the under 20s, under 23, and that feeds into your Black Stars. There's the only thing that happens in this country that what Black Stars match, everybody comes together, right? All of a sudden, when you go to the stadium and Black Stars are playing, and sometimes I'm even sad. I'm like, how do you come all the way from your house to a game and you're insulting the player? I haven't just yet.
Okay.
But it's a passion. You understand?
Yes.
But support is also very important. It's key. But Nina feeds into the national team, right? And it also feeds into the development that I'm talking about. So, player about could be Timmy Fee, a friend is saying, it could be as now Otimi Echo PM or Premier League was
before due respect to Kwamboku, Mamu player Kwamboku, Upiki Praso, Kodoko against Obiswan Drops. You come for her passes 5, just support him.
Exactly.
Because you're Boko.
Yeah, but is it even apart from that? If we have one person emerging from a village or even a very underdeprived neighborhood, now Otimi PM fear. Our sisters are community leader. So it's extremely important. It's something that I think say in
you're doing in clubs, I'm gonna find it very difficult attracting sponsors. What are they not doing right?
For me, it is a management thing, it's a packaging. Okay. So sponsor be I say what Timmy Conhona channel benefits of being free. That association.
So the idea number catcher companies now.
I'll tell you a funny thing. Maybe we can check.
Okay.
My own company in 2014 sponsored the Black Stars for $100,000 going to the World Cup.
Really?
My personal company.
Man.
It's called Checky.com. This year, as I said, they have sold it off.
You sponsored the Black Stars?
Yes. For $100,000 US dollars. In 2014,
okay,
right? Because I knew, as an individual, I knew the benefits that association would have for me, right? But in other sense, you might have to go and convince and show that these are the benefits that would accrue to you if you sponsor. Okay. It's a whole gamut of things in terms of management, but the most important thing as well is expertise. So your club now, your fan coach, your top players, yes, your ball. That doesn't work like that. You understand? So the back room, the people who are in the background that you never hear about, are also as equally as important as the players on the field of play. Basic things like even nutrition. It's key. If say a player beat me, I bought more than maybe at age 35. If you know the
yeah, it's very, very important.
Yeah, into blue have no potential now because of nutrition. There are so many different aspects of the game that I think that needs to be developed locally, right? So if you have the right team in place, a vision, a strategy, and your team behind the team really big.
Sure.
Even in the English Premiership, there are some teams that come in and they never won, but they are consistently in there. But they have a model of producing young players, things like Southampton and Co. produce young players.
Our own partners.
Exactly. And they'll sell them to the likes of Gareth Gates and Chamberlain and all come from the team, Walcott, right? And it's used as a model to sustain the club, And so there's so many different models. If you're a very big club like Kotoko, of course you have to be in the league every week.
Sure,
right?
Supporters.
Exactly, but it's a model, and being able to actually deal with the strategy underpinning that particular model, right? Into the American, say all of these things are very important, But you say African, sometimes because of who say we know important. Say Akolako school, no say Wakobobo. Say who here. Because you are the lawyer and as a doctor. What did I say? But Cecilia will say, if we focus on kids in America and other places, they go to school and play football at the same time, and all sorts of sports, even scholarship. Right? Yeah, I know I'm interview of one of our athletes, new athletes, Benjamin Azamati.
Okay, Azamati, yeah.
Right, and he was having an interview about how the university that he's in, right, is able to support him to now he's broken the 10 second barrier, 9.97 for a Ghanaian, right?
He's a better hopeful.
Exactly, and it's a funny thing that what's the difference between a Jamaican and a Ghanaian? There's no difference.
Yeah, they say.
Why are they going to the Olympics to win medals and we can't win medals, right? And so it's not rocket science. It's not something that we cannot do, right? But it's putting mixing the football with the entire sport.
So if
yeah.
The team might be there,
Yes.
but not just a matter of handing the team to be able to manage.
No, because even others will tell you that just competition. I can tell you basic. If you think that if you put 100 Ghanaians together and you put them, you say you want to train them to be swimmers, and you organize swimming competition for them for 2-3 years running consistently every 2, 3, 4 weeks, we'll have a swimming gold medalist. It's not there's no difference between them. It's having a system in place and a strategy to do this thing. That is for me. That is a very important. Well, and see, talking about football and other sporting disciplines, so it is not even just the professional aspect. The people that you have. So if you have a team, you have an accountant, right? We're creating employment. You have a nutritionist. You have a groundsman. You have a security. You have stewards. You have all of this, and so the ecosystem, the football ecosystem itself, is an avenue for creating employment.
Sure.
Yeah. The driver of the bus, the cameraman, the people, the analysts, all of those things. So you can have a team in the very, very, very big teams. They have 2,000, 3,000 employees.
Would you say our football is being run professionally in this country?
No, but it's a process.
But so for now, though,
I'll say some of the teams are doing fantastic. Okay. Others too are still stuck in the old ways of doing things. Okay. It's been okay for them. They've been able to get along. But you realize that some of those teams, every few years, they'll go to relegation, they will drop to the Division 2, Division 1, and then they'll come back again and they'll do, you understand? Just because they model, it's not sustainable, right? But I think that they need help. Sometimes you can even have, I call it like a repository. You can have a resource center that all of these teams, because they cannot afford these people, can actually pull from, management, analysts, nutrition, medical support, all of those things. I think that it can be done.
A short commercial break. When I come back, Twum rap politics. Then you could fool say he has in-depth knowledge about the football or diabetic Accra enjoying politics. Because big program coming up. The expectations say after this short commercial break, you know Penny be something in there.
February, the beer, we are active, very strong and energetic.
Man, I'm starting for me. You better have me.
Monday. And I'm going to meet you.
Because radio phone, one more politics.
And I was a bit different. So I will. It's cold. But we didn't even talk. I mentioned it everything. I'm like a
Jack of all trades.
I played against his team 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we nearly beat them just at draw. Yeah, from on have a ball. I'm straight temple. As well. And I'm about Jigano. But one part, Astro Tech. And the name of and I, yes, so maybe I'm more maybe
before the call that
Media.
I want to say the goal. You know, you're not
we don't have beer.
In case you go to them, there is a Franco.
No, so I intentionally told them that they should recruit boys who are big.
much.
But
and if I the things over
she'll do that. She gets a bit.
but now you say there will be a kind of man in the phone. Ashh name the bit much. What does it?
That's what the skeleton. Yeah.
Come to so
I'm
my fan this and
much of Casa would do happen.
If anything, I believe almost anyway. If anything,
Much of fools about.
the boys. Last time we had a conference, boys, they near from they near one and two. You have to get them to copy.
It's officially time to mark your calendar. Get your wardrobe ready and just swap together. Afrochella is back, and as always,
Oh, but the guy they fool you. That guy.
Charlie.
The way you still I shock stuff.
I say, listen, I went to Tamale, right? You know, sometimes you contest, you're not sure. I went to Tamale and I realized that there's no way I shouldn't, like, I would say that I'll not contest this game. There's no way I shouldn't contest to win. These people have formed 17 different youth groups, and they meet. You know, when you go there, they all share in base, and all that they talk about is my campaign. You understand? Until you can't go and
that's like all disappointed.
No. And then there's a media politics.
Yes.
You understand? Yes. Seriously.
And it is good.
Their own group is. Why even these boys? They also go. Before I came to Ashh, they printed their own banners and stuff.
But they're not true. Me say, I'm not fear. New comfort.
Oh, no, is it futures you mean, sir?
See, some of one, no, can't do you. TP, no, the guy back. Can you not know?
Are you serious? I mean, like most of the people, I'm going to see them for the first time.
Yeah.
Coming from different parts of the
country. Amazing. That is the qualities and that's what the now resource for.
That's a question.
Those are see you have one who are here to mine in sky with a go. And yes, I have master.
It is, sir.
Sure. Now they say delegates from Mukofo. The Bimian delegates, we won't have trouble. But it's also true. About 60% will win elections. Will be a quarter and a massive. Because supporters.
So you keep up on. Yeah, I did.
That's how it's. So because we move the time, as we find Fakan, Sissy.
Aye, what you are going to woman so Asante Maria, or no sample say, aye, Ashh FM, aye, Kunyami.
Welcome back. We are still live on Ashh 101.1 FM. We'll be live over Facebook. And you see Ashh 101.1 FM. All like page in our comment, in our share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in Ashh FM. Asante Maria Radio and Abawa Radio Epic feeding live from the United Kingdom. We'll be live our Nationalist TV, Sanso and a KB in Cancer TV, almost air fast, Sanso and Tabia TV. For so our Omena Epic feeding on. But guess a national organizer hopeful Eric Amoako Twum, where your former commercial manager at the greatest club in Ghana, one of the best on African continent, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Eric, yes, I will be here. I'm on for and I know she miss so with this your in-depth knowledge about football. I didn't cry, I didn't ever can Eric said a person or diabetic a crabby. No running to politics.
Well, the politics we started actually. I don't know.
Okay.
My first vice chairperson that was my constituency in 2012. My contested in the primaries said coming to parliament in Prenuso. It is actually. So we did Ghana politics a chair, and the last 10 years or so. And you be now at least once. They almost say national platform biswa. Make a summer me Amoako MPP and your back power so not buying MPP buying. You know, Obi Onim be him say Imogen.
So I can what contested twice. So person we member of parliament. By this time round, what now? So person back from Kakra as a national organizer.
Maybe you're from Kakra. And you're from Kakra. We cost you Kakra.
Fine.
Say
reason is say.
You see, who's an account management? For the say over company, we said be Ashh FM number 275 branches.
Okay.
That's 275 constituencies. Okay. Almost 16 zonal offices. Let's say regional office or national architecture, or foreign diaspora branches. Now, Kemboma, maybe 400, 500 or so branches, or a women's wing, or a youth wing, or NASA, and our party for the generality of the party. It is not a small organization. So it requires Obia or that strong managerial skills and expertise and know-how to be able to structure and put a proper structure. The structure is there on paper, but it has to be made to speak to itself.
Implementation.
And exactly. And every political party has one aim, and that's to win elections. And how do you win elections? You win elections with the people, right? And so what we are talking about is management, people management skills. Because Obibiana or your party banner. And not on your party background. Sometimes I'll come to that particular point. We'll be a party babiano for different views, opinions, ideas. And they together say, you're dumb. I'm a new pull back. In the ISano, you fubu back crap on Omuntimi and Yadri. You understand? Different views. But you need the system, the structures. And listen to work to make sure say everybody feels that they are part of the machinery. Into a corner, winning election na any sort of you really so you use to structure na the amount your party for no. That's why they I did we say almost a corner omanko engo. Exactly. Until we be to say going to be expectations management and a management of even the party itself and how we communicate. It's very, very important. untimi and organizing a political party without communication. Because oko na you see a door to door be a boots on ground. Oko 7 o'clock culture nipa na oko born die. Communication. And you know, even the communication and the organization, they go hand in hand. You have to be able to send the message down to the grassroots for the grassroots to also understand exactly the vision of the party and what the party stands for. Now, you're calling your quack pro. Yes, press before you as a patron.
Oh, as a patron.
Is it your as a patron now? Party near now, your police station executive, and I say constituency executive, and I say volunteer or what? In Sempana already, or quack or catcher a fair phone. Neither almost about Amai. Intino, that is the vision. Intino, say, a quenya na babeda. Na party na yenina doma ye pebble. Sometimes no to what no be a can. There, okay, you see, okay, you see, or be another bar, maybe more complaining, maybe more criticizing. And I may so say, some tree. Na me was an him dear no. Na nya kupon so ma me sa ahoden say metimi aboa no. Na hu ya se metan abonten biem na ma criticize you.
Wow,
na ya ba be adwuma. And yet another thing they be before say e be oversight. Obi nipa ba ko bi enu obetimi organize a political party. Right? It is, and I would say because yeah man one name no national organizer it defeats the whole purpose. It should be an office. How can you have one person coordinating 275 offices, 16 regional offices, international branches, and all of this? So the architecture of the office itself has to change so that you'll be able to get information right down from
the
grassroots. Because we already have the structures. We have your research officers, you have your communication officers. All of it has to come together, right, as a machinery to deliver the victory that we want.
If you have
Uba Ghana have 275 constituencies. And the Yamfan say a Ejumakubi, Yamfan a bank. Now bank he 275 branches. Now Nipa Bako and all organizing. So branch be as Nipa 16 and as constituency executives. And Nipa Bebre on average, maybe on average, some constituencies go to Nipa 100,000 in the Twaba. Into a Hejuma a super into the Nema would be to acquaim systems are the better to acquaim. And who bema Ejumano I am ready. They complain as oh, me cooperate, me can't go, my friend go. But then the credit say only system now. Now Nipa 3,000 and then almost sorry say almost free one. And then they are waiting me after they make an answer. But you see I bear for near so about be brave. You bet me up for a crime so. So I complain and you talk about mama and I throw one for it will not be there because you have an office. Everyone say ECG. Now Obina your friend is saying fault the fee. Now I far for no affair when it's also afraid. It's not possible. Until far Obi Ben far take note. Me fi constituency way, this is the issues. My name is chairman Akasa so asemna okano anya me de enti no me person me national officer head edin kobo. All these systems are going to be able to be put in place. And grassroots. Maybe you may talk about grassroots. But you see, those are the most important parts of the party. But say you talk about the arena, of course, almost a be funnel. Oh, until I see the doors will be a cost but we can't allow that to happen because at the end of the day, those are the people who make the party what it is and deliver exactly and deliver the government. In sema and what grassroots one and sema I say intimity near me call a whole day and who ejuma. And you know, the reason a general party a me hear madrin say me pese na me hear adom na say mpenifo yi obstacles in the field say ebitimi I will definitely contest as national organizer.
Okay.
And national organizer to the point say and yet MPP pet because you're organizing and you're a national organizer, you're organizing the people to be able to make sure say your party remains victorious. You know, say Obia can break the age. The current say since 1992, it been see that. It is a per se breaking 8 in India. Now, a who be here say, yeah, near my view of her, yeah, no, it's a similar
something quite different
exactly.
from the
Not
old
face,
style.
not face, no. Yet they in Kabul unity. Because you cannot do this thing without unifying the party. So be what baby now, obviously, be a betty me at the bulldozy me way, Marco Rini, Diakane, and family. It's not possible.
Sure.
And I think, I mean, Kobe be a crap on who say, Obikra, a baby sada. Ube here say, a day in Kabul, a bay a Jumano, na eating a break is a 89 yakan asem. Okay, a Juma a dafom.
Quite tedious.
A Juma, I say, we are meticulous. To me, that's not say, a day strategy to any other day. Apart from the party structure. You will be a university professor, will be a lawyer, will be a doctor, will be a drum, will be a taxi driver. Omunya organize you. And you know, and then Sabi, what's the Hana? Me shout it. You are born in Mike here. What about it?
Auntie.
Oko university professor now go to Kema. Auntie, you have to be able to go and convince them why the MPP and I say Amenu Kono. And they are the best political party to join for them to support your civil society organizations. Almost Mudi Akote or your politics. And plus the party, plus even identifiable groups within the party, volunteer groups, right? Who are not your party executive? You're two about a man. Yeah, man, position. So you saying you'll be on your all of those people are very important. I see it to me per visual. You bet to me at the Amaba. Now Amaba Boana. And also there, they see how they were Saturday. I bear for Christ. You understand? Until the because there's a new constituency online. And that constituency, Mabunu young people are Omunia that just be our friend rally. Or be baby general 80. Now, so the party, your vision, your niswadihunu, your ideals, your nema, a year a day in this one say, Yami Buana, your Trabamaya, your Pepsi, into no, your Pepe up bear for crimes on 80 million, and this are Icofona, Omo, virtual platform society, Akasa, and yes, and see, and you market to maybe the immediately say, me was in Geno, your couple someone beside for dinner. You did to me,
populated the party to
exactly. You see, and you see, in all of these things, you are also an ambassador. What I say? So we ambassador, and I just say, Ujina Homa, until BBI being as a national executive, Ebeboa. Now, and you will obey Juman because of counting me. It is a way organizer or organizers and CASA, or youth organizers, or women organizers, or constituency chairman, or regional chairman, all of those things. Now, even if you cannot organize without information or research, it is a unim say and I know you're talking about you will need by 3,000 votes, and so you're told 2020 kakra, and then they buy ABR na competition, and then we are scheduled, and I say. Because to be a party in BB and also be a baby. Yeah, and answer now you be drew say yes, I'm about Twaban and I say about baby son. Not simply before Ako. Exactly. Now, see some of this democracy, though, but sometimes on the day to money, I say, who be, you see, and then be near to swab. So we will have, and now if we primaries and ra, I dare cheap will be started.
Sure.
And to say, as a party, you know, say, Yasha and the Panay campaign 3.5 years. Right? Now, for Nipano, you are so and that's it. It is not the right thing to do. It is, yeah, and then Nipa be so a support is Nipa. And you know, when you say, yeah, research, you know, yeah, na say any idea who come on na e di no krema ye ho before asasem no be si on kra na ya clear it as Jack also open MPD papa ya otisu obon ho modern obi eni so obon ho modern but we are branch moja muno nti no your party no you see the person your boa your nature that chibia no obetima ma nti no obi dey be carrots and stick. Into no carrot no man no be kakra na stick no so no ye discipline no anyway no na ni na ye calling kakra into bo say before ade bi aka be ye ntokwa no na anye ntokwa bi
quite peaceful.
Peaceful, you know. Sometimes I perception keke bo okra na enye bibia, but say politics ni ye enye we you know bo ha na wama ade na jeje. But because yan so unknown terminating, those eventually baby no, not escalating, not at the understand. Perception is extremely important in politics. And you know, of course, in all of these things, you know, say a buyer or so, now I've done what before to buy. Now say all born the home day. Now in your be bree, yeah. Now and no, yeah. This one is say you be called about any alcohol. Let me come out say, but say yeah, in the sana say yeah, nankasa internally no. I say ebimo eni ebimo yesia. Na de ro ni ko ekoboa. Intimi money ye. Okay. Until ni na aka organization of the party.
Officer Okosua de e wo Canada na. The patro me kan for adibeko ba ko de ama e actually say international. O say Musa say wa complete SHS. O pese Okosua de na wo ye adwuma na wo tena amonane ana. Can't be an person who now quarters now now unya world class air qualification. The patcho as you go back over Tina Amasa 18 Pona Abamuno, Astolins Air International. Astolins International Semen Cancho said, Obetina Bow Amwa secure all these opportunities. Our Oman fence Canada, Emu, Tiadini Yepa, or man fence air Canada mu. And it's no oh yeah air or 4 now opposite air Bano, Utimia Sa Aquanadia, and air Astolins Air International. Was seven country said, or double call up Kosuna de or Maya. Fees now by the Betian, a what from bar. Nelson, Obetimania world class air qualification. Open opportunity no why you man says Sunadi at the same time and now. Open say Ugyani a 3-year post study work permit. You are better to permanent air residence and now. And ye contact Miss Royce, our Excellence International. Our star telephone number with 0501 307 852 0501 307 852 for further information and application. Open Excellence International. You are the first floor of Texas Air Hotel. Our Asokwa, Yane Kumasi City Shopping Mall, no, and the Ayan Shenimo. Your Sanso of branches, our Accra and Atadi. In Team Patrol, it's all about Excellence International. Gentle Joe. And that was a very big program. What expectations for Star Conference?
Conference no yeah constitution my point the adwuma afibia they say yeah
okay
so if you baby na ababedru some pempen so yeah constituency yeah regional and afeni ababedru national na sa dwumadie we no say obo ha na owadwen trebi efa say the ye adwuma no efa the constitution no. And to be you know the initial ideas be about proposals be about say the generality of the party and conference you know ejituma na the ayejuma the person na the from you know that is the
whole
concept and our face you know say afiaso the afiaso there na the share of you be Kunta.
Okay.
Na send a baby a party na baby drew to share so we program Libya. Yeah, General Secretary Bekasa, National Chairman Bekasa, Treasurer Bekasa, Amampeni Bekasa, Nabedi Che Bekasa, Amampeni Dada Kufo Bekasa. No, say you're taking stock of the year. Now, yes, proposed amendments, which is a party in Jituma, not just a Yajuma, Oman Yantumuswa. Now, into the age media, a year BBA, a year very, very important.
Take stock.
Exactly. And I feel so, say, a friend say,
Yeah, sure.
Into
And of which
na edidi ya honkomo na afi so no ejuma ya dai ni so say ye party no ye wie a enchi bia no yako dra afifufo ni na ye be ye polling station for elections ye be to constituency for so aba na call region na be do national na say ye hye party na be wie no ye so no nyame ayadom ye wo mampani otoso si a second term no ye the NCBR, no, it's a cycle. You could be opinion of BD for about for
the grade 8.
Exactly. Into the no, Nema, I did I anymore as a political party, no, I say, yes, you know, conference there, idea, very important.
In terms of sports, Obaka say government, I is so much.
Oh, I mean, you see, it's significant because even on Mampeni Nankasa, sports enthusiast.
Yeah.
Now, say who say, I mean, we cry the question is like
a strong
exactly. It's
just like you.
On Mampeni Nankasa, a sports enthusiast, and on Mampeni also were an Israeli who are manifesting or never be betrayed. Yaba, Abayemu, the number of astroturfs are a triangulation. Maybe not enough, but it's significant. We can. Yeah, you come on.
Because I'm in the Algeria. So you may have planted to Egypt and you see a pyramids. From your hotel to the pyramids, you know. Just a feature now astroturf. So can't we do some? And today is also called Bantam baby, a bini, running chat to a baby. Ness, your kind
it's visible it's clear for people to see. But you see, because if you are not because of because being Chrome and as a but a gradual process. I know they are visible. So 10 stadiums now, yes, in India or Mountain the All African Games are now saying, yeah, it's a 2023 All African Games are exactly. It's also very important. Then infrastructure, Babaya, renovation there, in other parts of the country. Support to the Black Stars. I'm a penalty dream say, Yeboah na sponsors no Ebabeboah team no na yetimi call AFCON na Ebabeko any in the World Cup. Female football. All of those things are things that shows that there's an interest. Of course, it'll be besides, so can you do more? Yes, we can do more. But all of these things actually say, Abino, airborne home, more day.
But like Oliver Twist.
Exactly, you want more. My suggestion is you can go back to collaborate with the GES.
Get education service.
Exactly. And go back to the drawing board when it comes to sports in our schools.
You say there's so much in your no one was organizer hopeful no.
Or to keep exactly. The American say I can see any GES, you cycle back to the drawing board. The a good idea system.
It's a curriculum.
A curriculum. Who here papa. You see, say a colacra activa. Who are they saying a colonial active?
Yeah, it's quite true.
You understand? And learning, is not just the book, but appreciation of your environment and all of those. So it's very important. Now, so yes, this a bit developing over a certain period. Maybe I in optional. And so in the 3, 4, 5 year period, you realize that all the. I made this point somewhere. Say our best, and you can disagree with me. I think in the last 20, 30 years, our best footballers have been the ones who have had some level of formal education. The most successful.
Yes. Chief Tipsa is a typical example.
Right, you know why? Because even when you go out of this, you have to understand the tactics.
Now there's one player, Midiama.
Mhm.
He's a player. He also doubles as an administrator for Midiama, and currently, one year Tetezuta. Currently, we're a professional footballers association of Ghana vice president.
Okay, so about the last, I didn't want to. If you take Asamoah Gyan, Sule,
Chief Chipsa,
ACN, they all went to school.
Yeah, and it's true,
right?
No doubt about it.
Secondary school, at least. You understand? Now, if
this
you
is
travel,
extremely talented.
yeah,
No
and
one
now, when you travel and you get out of this place and you are going near travel, football is tactics, right? 4-2, yeah, and you have to have a certain basic be to appreciate Adena coach nature. Yeah, show adio. What does it say? And so yeah, inculcating when through the education system.
That is why
would have
players from academy.
You see, then we have a situation where we have now a new crop of people and now players are young. Now majority of them are now coming back to play for the national team, right? So it should be a wake-up call for some of us to say that, okay, let's also encourage our young to go to school, all right, play the football, right? But let's take it through the educational system, and the discipline would come, and the attention to discipline to detail would also ebeba, So that is my view that at that particular point, there. Now let me say, Obika say, "Yamfasa Milo tournament, Mabo Milo tournament."
Oh,
I'm a defender, strong defender.
I'm forward defender, and I'm striker.
Defender.
It's not Obon.
So my football was more of a football man, so Emmanuel
and he was a hard tackling defender.
So I'll tell you something. So I played UK though.
Okay.
They were maybe a ball, and I played with some of the ex-Kotoko players, McFish, all of those people, and some of the other old players at Cops and Nancy. They drew Kwesiada a ball, baby. We do have a ball 2 days, but almost a different Opele. But it's part of all I'm saying is that it is a very important aspect of our national life. So
on the scale of over 10, over government, I did 3 sports. I don't mark this.
Oh, I don't think this is our second term. I think most of the things, it's also the end results.
Sure.
I think, if we're able to qualify for the World Cup and we're able to bring in the AFCON, and I'm very sure that
you are very sure
that we will bring this AFCON.
What makes you?
I haven't. You see, 40 years. It's almost like a no-brainer. It's almost as if that the heavens have conspired to bring the cup to us. I believe so. Maybe you call me to come
from your Presbyterian background, and
well,
so come
here, but I have that. I have that.
What makes you have that feeling?
You see, it's about time. We've come close a few times.
Yes,
and it will do a lot of good. You see, one thing that I don't think we're very good supporters in this country. I'll be very honest with you.
Really?
We're not very good supporters.
But before, sir, you're supporting Blasters. You discuss the nation.
So I have followed the English team. If I say that, it's my second
team.
Lions. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sure, You see, it's not true. But even their progress in the last Euros and what they have done shows that they are doing well and they have a system. But the support is there. Intimate player, sometimes you just need to give them that support. Like the criticism, especially of the Blasters. I mean, sometimes it's not Mekuma. Now, yeah, Kotokoi. Now, platform biso. Now, so you know, Kotoko. Now, and I say, already idea will be actual about maybe a player, and I say a board member, and I say we are. Now we are just say, now we anyone. That's like your enemy diaka. You see, I know say over forefront as a leadership, but you have to be criticized. And then people are very passionate. I mean, Chromo as your friend is saying, Kotoko, Yanadia, Obia Fufu, exactly. And you know, I understand that point. But you see, the support also is almost like Oko in other places, your friend in the 12th man.
Yeah.
It's also the 12th vessel. And you know, say motivation. I think that is also very important.
But you can be good, at a point in time, last time match, Babayara is full to the brain. You support since now for baby. Now I read born someone trauma. Definitely some of these criticism will come.
No, I understand, and I'm saying that you see, as supporters, you see, it's always a chicken and egg situation, right? Where you want the team to do well, but the team to also requires the support to be able to do well. So what I say, and you know, I'm saying, yes, let's criticize them, but it shouldn't even be personal. Simply, Obi Akobobo na why mistake. Now who did in Miami atem, who did in the bush and walk overboard. It be very critical of the team and everything. I have also not come across, especially when it comes to professional, that Obi say, I need them assuring Akobobo and Kako lose. Unless of course they have a very ulterior motive be baby. Now the able with check Oba no a friendly match. No, I say a friendly match. I'm done for they say I'll see next time about in the referee.
What's that?
Well, it's anyway, but the most important thing is that we give confidence to the team. A lot of things have happened in the past. We all know that. At a point, it wasn't attractive for you to come and play for the team. But I think that with the current management, they're doing something right. Let's support them. Let's move away from the cynicism and the skepticism and support the team.
And be positive.
But I think we'll bring the cup.
So bringing the cup, do you think, say, we have the men, we have the technical people who make it up properly, and as a political talk?
No, we do have. I mean, this is Ghana. You know, sometimes, me took other African countries. I'm not even talking about outside of Africa. Ghana is a country that if you're from here, you should be proud of yourself. This is Ghana. If you put 11 players on a pitch, they can play.
They're winning the trophy.
But what it is that sometimes more crowds, more and everything about. You see, it is your job is important. You're sharing information, you're educating, you're entertaining. But you see, people also listen to your influences. You know, it's Ike Betnanzo, and it goes into, and sometimes it's confidence. Confidence can go. I mean, there's no player who can rise and come all the way to play a team like Kotoko, or even be called into the Blasters, who is not a footballer. What did I say? But you see, sometimes confidence. You see, sometimes players need people also above the national and the club side. No, yeah, dear, or the moment now he didn't attempt 2-3 times. Friend, I maybe you understand. And I feel that I have a problem with that. You know, and so even I go to the stadium a lot. It's Honas will be a banana said, player be you know, didn't tell me traveling now just what's a day. Well, because when you fear now, you see, when you fear, and I will bow. So we support you. So let's enjoy the game.
Okay.
Let's support. Let's pray for the team, and even the corporate aspect of it in terms of the sponsorship and all that is very important. I know, say I'll get into trouble for saying that. A friend of mine keeps making reference to beauty pageant. Say, you get all this corporate. I'm not saying that it doesn't have its own. It has its own.
Sure.
Yeah, but I think that half of the money should come into the promotion of sport, and it would actually be more beneficial and create a better impact for our children.
A lot of people were partying, they are complaining a lot. What do you think is the problem and how I'm betting my get home now on board, said 2024, bring the 8 no.
You see, I have a problem with that. Say, me sure say on my penny, and all children could turn the dinner on it, or bit like a so maybe a deal a costume party in the manner we say many and it is normal, a part of a human institution. But anything in your structures, and I say, well, and your mind, you teach to come say, BB and a costume. And we need engine one. You better a crime be so you be CAC. So assembly. You have systems, you have structures in place. And yes, very true. Say a B or her. They are peeved. They are because they had expectations. But part of the political management is the expectations management. We manage Nipano expectations. We also have information. We also now at assembly. Politicians, so political people are activists. You didn't come up. We also are a rumor. Okay. And you you have one papa with you say, hey, when you see or this car, why you say? Now I found hotel. And so we have to be very measured in this conversation. Yes, say buying beer bar. It is meant to look after its people. It's meant to support its people. We have a system to address those things. I don't believe, say, we have done so badly with the management of the party. I don't think so. Do we have to improve it? Yes. Do we have to involve a lot more people? Yes. Do we have to make the system fair and transparent for everybody so that everybody feels that, oh, my co-election, we call but and obi and say or all of these things are things that we can do because at the end of the day, even more point the constitution says that our conduct and I say should mirror the constitution of the land. What did I say? And of course people will complain, but it's also part of the politics because if I want to address all the complaints some of it can be dealt with at the constituency level, some of it at the regional level, some of the national level. But all in all, I think what you are doing here this weekend, which is a conference, it'll be my opportunity to address some of these issues. Because you see, Debbie Amika said, the most important thing is not what we are doing as an internal political party. The most important thing is that Ghanaians have an expectation of us as the new patriotic party, extremely high speed. And sometimes some of our issues have nothing to do with saying but expectations are so high.
Just like
right? Exactly. And so you cannot have a government that comes and does free SHS, that's 1D, 1F, supports sports. We are talking about in relation to this conversation. All these astroturfs and all these things over the period, nursing trainer, teacher trainer, one of the most significant things. Nobody talks about it. Old school. So, student loan. I used to be a MTM. And the same said, we only crash forget it. This government has expanded that thing. Nobody's talking about it. There's so many other things that we can talk about. And so we cannot allow internal wranglings or internal issues to derail and distract the government. Until they say, well, problems were internal, we will fix it. But Ghanaians have an expectation. And I always believe, maybe Amoako said, the vision of the party and our ideology is clear. And that we are also the only party that would be able to take Ghana to the next level. Listen, I'll take
the word. Only party.
Only, yes. You see, I'll take you to President Kufuor's era. Then I'll come to President Kufuor. When President Kufuor became president, the number of kilometers of road and he doubled it within his period. Since independence, we still talk about Nkrumah. I know they will be upset. And we talk about Nkrumah from building a motorway from Tema Injole to Tetekashi, 23 kilometers or so. President Kufuor came and built 24,000 kilometers of roads. Nobody talks about it. Even this President Akufo-Addo government, check. But of course, what it means is that there are some places where the rules have not been fixed. I know they are meant to be in Kaze. You understand? But so these are significant things. School feeding program. You can sit at home and think, that at the time that was done, right, increase the student intake at the basic level close to 73%. We go on school because if you're in uniform. So all of these things, national health, finding oil in commercial quantities, right? So with COVID, economy, all the challenges with the world economy, it's like you need oil. So all of these are things that the MPP, as a party, from President Kufuor's era to President Akufo-Addo era, can be proud of. And hopefully we would break the 8 with a new president as well.
On that note, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you
On
very much.
behalf of the dream team, you better say, out of a tight schedule, you know, when your time academy. In fact, we are hoping, sir, Sunday maybe, people will be at him, say, people should start a campaign. There and then, made a medical president. Sir, you are my protocol brother. You are going in for a battle, and I declare my 100 support Eric Amoako as a fabulous man. Do probably to the MPP to 2024 break the 8. But national organizer there, don't know what he can do. Into my Eric Amoako. Time you do see a BA according to my so proud by your ideology. The person you piano. The time is there for you.
Thank you very much. Good answer.
And make up on showers so. You really say no. Dr. Siajan is in the building. Papa, you know, can't say, but you the password. Papa, yeah, Sia, Wahuni, a former commercial commercial manager. Papa, the cancer coach Prosper Ogun after March the 6th. So, Timmy survival after March the 6th, now this 6 months, I was anti-qualified. But I did coaching. Yeah, former commercial manager. And as a few months, they say, you know, and a man, all that to rouse Kakra.
But Mammy says,
we must send
then and now the mere share tight corners.
Because the commercial manager.
Shabema didn't have a sending.
That's how you're calling this no military.
Shabema didn't have a sending.
That's my the gentle Joe. Hey,
okay, Mammy Chan.
Also, I have them. I feel the brand Abano, so they are so about member. They are so about member.
Come, cousin, Mr. Perhaps you never Jimmy.
I'm fine. Never cross the theatre or some dancing crowd.
What mammy much to me? When you correct you. Now, the end is it your cream. Shaba could be a watcher or dear.
They are so about member Abano.
Oh, I bring the arm man in the castle.
Oh, plenty. No, could your kind of come on TV.
What's it? Usanza?
He's a spiritual person.
Okay, sure.
I mean, they say, Modico, Kotokonkoma Ghana, no. Yeah. Minkasa and Tiasia was spiritualism, no. From Kakra. Until a dear a war in sea and a walker. And only a feno spiritualism, no. And my Nipan for ni by Ghana near problem on say Obika assembly na a full be one. Master name was Nipanetia. I saw be prepared home for a seminar Nipane come. No, the ayatim did na all gem. Once you see a Jan, it didn't matter be catcher said the whole Ghana. No prophet is bigger than me. I keep on saying, me repeating beam. Because
in terms of football,
open nipa why consistent. Abrabono with that consistency, won't you make it? If you want to make in life, consistency is the key. Though planning and hard work in the discovery nipa. But open a dear be consistency. Say would Gina, no would Gina say stay focus. Now I let her you know. And in a friendly consistency, Unchimo conquer uncle. Now, tiny when you're no, and only a friendly consistency. And Opo Bia consistently, what castle radio show in terms of prophecy nima ebeba ewo Ghana ne ade a Ghana anu you bi amfane ntoto mu ebe ko
Ti say na ka ba protocol na hia nti.
kotoko no na me ka kire wo say after week 6 pressure ebeba coach ne so so wotumi gina kosi 6 months a kwakusi eja meto ade de akoche no twade bi o week 6 on the last 2 seasons me ka se kotoko week 10 abeye third home game team bi be she kotoko Kumasi Amoako kontoko aye be bande o me kan no supporters ni di mi atem didie saa no mo ye me a o man kan ho hwe ana ampa so sa omni bekun Chelsea ne bebo ana ekopa to see nchen a omo ye me suspend o mfi Kumasi
Ana support be any 2 year ni 2 ma support.
ai ema enne sa afi na kotoko start ya bisa be Kumasi bi mo bobo league man she dan kan sam din bia o me say asante kotoko this year league no has to fuka beje na kotoko ni menhu say after week 6 pressure be bo on so but omo remfi sa se me amike o ka nya nkwa na me kan yo me kan week 12 kan ho omo nko ho a game between Kotoko and
Accra Lions.
Good. Omo prepare to ho. Omo santre mo masem to mu. Week 6 na me kan no. I say mo amfa anya sem se wa uzu ansa wo na me ni di komu yi. Mo amfa anya sem di ka week 6 na say I say me kwa kan say week 6 pressure beba. Na yesu Kotoko for ye be bobo mo pressure be so na cheze ye lusu ana ya botro. Kademi and after week 6 no zen ka ho kwa ko ba hasu.
You say senior Kotoko can fight sir.
Kotoko give visa.
Na Kotoko lose 3-2.
You will lose 3-2. It can over all Accra. Who can lose by a go to nail. Now bana out use this abe use indica coach in Quebec now.
I said no now offer argument in whether you still or not.
Maybe so na Kotoko ni.
Go back now.
Are you sure? Sir. Maybe 2 matches.
Mom 2 matches.
Maybe 2 matches.
Mom 2 matches.
Okay, about 2 matches at us. So coach need now. Me say me still me there's way in baby me to ade akoche. Also as a man 50% na me kan yo. If you do mienu nie na match radio so aka ball ho nsem saa. Blasters in go wake up, Blasters in go nyina. Ba mo no de na ha mo no ye atim didie. Sisi am no kra tia ka say, papa, obiefun la ni sisi ya. You see Kotoko supporters ebe fra be yem sisi ya. Spiritual man bianzo, we answer three challenge to that person. Only baby be okoda ohun sa ade no, obekọ say na the comment.
So you still maintain your you said. A free week says you ya kopem the 6 months. Se Kotoko.
Otna me kwakusi ejan. Sia. Me pa dia son.
Akocha prosper ogun.
Yes.
That's not possible.
Ade efe ohun anani beje. Me enye ade bi ehun bia o. Ba be mama ade anakoma be toniem. Na owie nso a me hyiranse onko no kokochi Ghana Black Stars onke ka team no enkoje cap.
Sia.
I'm telling you.
Oh, true now. Oh, wa sorry sana.
Baby, say me o cry me strong dem here say me can
One no na man. O say Kotoko bolu to 5 matches e baba yara. Team face Adenia 1. Into
Akafo into omo prepare. And na me Sunday ade bi to say when Kotoko is about to play a game. So yellow green color beyond they should be very careful about those teams. Do you remember the last time I came here?
And that team is be near Guyana, we use green jersey.
Maybe I mean both team be actually me.
I
don't need them. Me see who 2 colors we our baba yara. Massa match and prepare. See a smaller team means so the referee be ba baba team. Omo abam for free ai. For free.
No small team.
For free.
I don't know referee baba.
Ordinary referee baba.
I will see Kotoko.
Yes. Say hi. Also I say no no just say it check from victory. Say from victory won team ase. Na banza na fe when they now frame na me ko. Say no me ko. Me gwa na me say Kotoko bo game po. Say me ni kan ba bastard ba be bi. Why na dey talk an ba o. Say who dey oka.
Don't believe in those things.
Who say we interview me? Because say no people will and I mean it's not about if I believe or not. It can be about tradition and all of those things. And it's important that you marry that with the modern contemporary. Say, for see I'm prepared. And in 24 because I know you're prepared.
Oh, you're happy.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Me, I'm in po. Of any you say, Krumeti, Kotoko, MPP, or moving near Krum Hayde. Me can't I could not make it. And people.
Well, 2 minutes and I wrap up.
A Krum Hayde. Some of me, but you shall not. In the news, yeah, Nanka, many not say, home in Abu Malusu, come near Nede. Nansu ya Nanyami po. Mehusa di we ba wakom say why you interview me interview ni na me see me hu na I just remember Omampani that akofo he's my I call him father but oni me ba me de me hu no TV so a me pen ase nti me tuana mkache man say papa ya mahu ni ka Omampani that akofo me fe se me hu but mum kotoko ni wi ni ekrom ya yente na me de ni se me wa na me hu ade wi nti me hu a me ntimi fanhye mo o ma na be ka kire mo na me ka kire mo so mo kan ti team ni se bi a ade we ba no o mo kaka pe ni ye se ye me so me hu a opani jume me ntimi kama no ntu me ba be ka no ase bi se si me ka me no ka ta nyina no ye me ni me se o mu twa bo mpato o mo ye me ha me o e na e be fe e ma gro no ye de
No me ensemble.
no me example
The time and also.
and over from mo ya me kakra na
Dabi. And I'm for but I'm that's what she got a company now. What's I can say? May you still maintain it, ultimate nurses and have a channel here.
me channel there coach you ni me so me ni ba me penalty kwan
Me,
training ground ground me kwa so concrete
Mate,
enema mi no mpese me ye okotoko
I say,
ba ko ye se adam me ti se kotoko si stadium me judge me bia twi me head pan ko so concrete me so bia me kwa me akra me san di nuani ni su akọ
for how many days? And I bet my
me say man you not less than 1 month
but there's a sudden Twum amount for.
me who be a many
Do you think Kodokon needs a stadium?
Yes, I mean for a team of our stature, that should be the way here stadium. You see, and you build a stadium. The stadium is part of the team.
Yeah, I know.
Last season, I mean, the funny baby, your whole match is near Bonka.
Yeah, sure. At the point of Boise.
Into say team no wow born home no. Now I'm not assigned home. So you don't even have that advantage. So it's important say as we go along in the future we will have our own stadium. But have you seen our training facilities on the web?
I've always been there.
Okay.
Super.
Yes.
There's
Thank
still
you.
more room for improvement.
Of course.
Eric Amoako was our guest, and then we could feature Kokujan this year. On behalf of the Dream Team,
prophet
1 to 3 and I'm money at time because I'm back to see any part in phone server. Program because we can be and I because one more more function. I'm more constant here. Ashh 8 to 10. Weekend edition of the Super Sports. Live.